This is the process on enrolling a student into INOW in the state of Alabama. The first thing you will need to do is to log in to INOW by entering your password. Click on Login. Once you are on this screen, if you are attached to several different schools, you will need to pick the appropriate school and then make sure you have picked the correct academic session and click Continue. Then you're going to go under Students and then under Enrollment. When we enroll a student in the state of Alabama, we want to verify that this student has never been enrolled somewhere in the state of Alabama previously. The suggested way to do this is to search by Social Security number. Once you enter the Social Security number, you click Search District. This is to verify the student has never been enrolled in your district. If the results are empty, we're going to go back to Social Security number, and this time we're going to search State. When we search State, that's to verify that the student has never been enrolled in the state of Alabama. Once again, if there are no results, then we would click Add to create a new record. When you click Add, it's going to bring up the demographic screen where you enter student demographic information. Any of the fields that have an asterisk are required data entry fields before you can save this enrollment record. Anything that does not have an asterisk is not required at this time. So I'm going to start with a first name. Middle name is not required, so I'm going to go to last name. Then I'm going to go to date of birth. That is my next required field. Then I'm going to go to Social Security number. Gender is a required field. Race is a required field. Grade level is a required field. Once I have populated those required fields, also with lunch code, that is a required field, it will usually default to whatever your system setting is for a default. So if it does not default to something, you are required to choose one of the lunch codes that's available. Then we go down to the bottom of the screen where it has the enrollment information. Under School and Academic Session, you should see the name of the school and the academic session into which you are enrolling the student. Transportation code is also required, and transportation codes can only be transported or non-transported in the state of Alabama. A transported student rides a school bus. If I do not ride a school bus, I am considered non-transported. The reported date would be the effective date of enrollment. It defaults to the current date, but if I need to make this a different date, I can click on the ellipsis button and choose a different date from the calendar. The enrollment code should default to entry, and the reason code should default to resident enrollment. Once these fields have all been populated, we click Enroll to enroll the student. Once a student is enrolled, we can go back under Students and Student Maintenance and search for the student that we just enrolled. And the names of the students that have been previously enrolled will display. Their file number, their name, their status, grade level, homeroom if it's been assigned, birth date, gender, photo if it's attached. The locator icon lets you locate them by their schedule. And if I want to look at the information for the student, I simply click on the file number. It opens the student record. And at this point, all of the information that I entered previously that was required will display. Any information that I did not enter that is you're wanting to add to the student, you would simply add that information, such as their address and so forth. We're going to look at the Custom tab, because on the Custom tab, there are certain pieces of information that should be populated for a student who is starting for the very first time. In other words, when a student is enrolled into kindergarten, we need to collect preschool information on these students. What you're going to want to do is to ask the parent if the student participated in any of these programs, and if the student did participate in any of these programs, the years in participation. The choices here would be the student participated preschool 3-year-old, preschool 3 and 4, preschool 3, 4, and 5, preschool 4 only, preschool 4 and 5, or preschool 5 only. Once you have made the appropriate choices, we simply click OK to save.